do you become a good squatter? Before you worry on how much weight you can carry, there's a few things that you should know first. First, squat depth. Second, ankle and hip mobility. Third, core engagement and breath. Most men have horrible squat depth. You may ask them, what is your 1 rep max? They'll say 150. But you check their form, they don't even go 90 degrees. Just for you to see how bad it is. You'll say, go lower. They'll probably drop 20 kgs from their 1 rep max. So my advice is, drop your ego and do a proper squat. I'm not telling you to go ATG, but 90 degrees or a bit below would be perfect. You'll get way more gains on hypertrophy and strength. Then comes the question, how do I improve my mobility to go lower? Because lots of people can't go lower because they lack mobility. Then comes the second point, ankle and hip mobility. I'd say to restart your squat. What I mean by that, start with lower weights and rebuild your squat back with lower depth, better technique, and then you'll increase the weight week by week, month by month, and so on. But of course, you may need some hip and ankle specific work. For example, split squats with a big range of motion will help you with hip mobility. For ankles, stretching and mobility on your ankles may help. Working on your calf raises with a good range of motion may help you with your ankle mobility, being able to stretch way more. Also, the Asian pose or Asian seat that I've seen a couple times, I forgot the name, but it's something that Asians do that requires a lot of mobility that most people can't do. I recommend you to do that, start doing that, it will help you. And that from that position, try to do a squat and start having a bit of weight and so on. There's a lot of videos on YouTube, there's a lot of coaches that can help you with that. But this is not the topic of the video. It's not about ankle and how to improve your ankle and hip mobility. I'm just telling you the things that you need to be a good squatter. Next point, core engagement and breath. This is so important if you want to carry the most amount of weight possible. Engaging your core will help you carry more weight, make sure your body is straight and that you don't break your form, your back doesn't curve, and will help you prevent injuries, mainly on your lower back. There's a breath technique that I think most lifters do. That is, when you go below the bar, you breathe in and you squeeze your core. You get your chest and belly full of air, and then you take the bar. Do it 1, 2 steps or wherever. Breathe normally, and then do it again. You embrace all your muscles. You squeeze everything. You put all the air in. You tighten the core. Your legs have to be firm on the ground, and then you do a squat. Beginners don't have a controlled breath during squats. They don't have like this notion of breath. They just do the movement. And when you tell them, engage core, breath in, they'll see a big difference on how many reps they can do and how much weight they can lift. Also, something I forgot to say in the beginning, and that is your hand placement. Yeah, that is very important, how you place your hands when you're doing squats. For me, the closer I am to my body, the better, and that works for most people. If your arms are far from your body, it will make it harder to carry as much weight. So how do you place your hands? Hands below the bar, and you try to squeeze the bar as hard as possible, and your scapula, try to squeeze your scapula and try to bring your elbows in. That way you'll create a tense body, which is needed for squats to carry as much weight as possible. So, to summarize things, squat depth, ankle and hip mobility, core engagement and breath, and your hand placement. And of course, there's your knee, your feet, all of that has an impact on your squat. But this is something that everyone learns when they start squatting or when they start going to the gym. This is the first things you learn about the squat. What I'm sharing is more of the little things that makes you a good squatter, that will help you carry more weight. And of course, all of these things that I've said will help you prevent injuries, will make you more safe, which is important. So that's all for this video. See y'all in the next episode.